Hi, my name is Sitara and I have an 11-year-old son who's medically fragile, and so he sees at least 4 specialists on a regular basis, and we also have a pediatrician. So how medical home works for us in our family, and it's been very successful, is because all the 4 doctors that we have, the specialists that we have, they all do their notes electronically, which means that when I go in with my son for a doctor's visit, they ask me how's it going, and then they prescribe some new medications for him or ask me, some other details about him, and all that they type in their notes section. And what happens is, what works for me is because after every doctor's visit, they email that information to my pediatrician. So say 5 days later, my son just has a cold, just a regular pediatrician thing, and I go in there and they're asking me, okay, what are his medical changes, or what dosages have been changed for him. He sees 4 different doctors, he takes 6 different medications, all keep varying depending on where he is and how he's doing, and sometimes it's hard for me to keep a track of what he is on right now, or I might know what he's on right now, but what he was on a month ago I may not know. And if the doctor is prescribing an antibiotic, she needs to know, is he on steroids or is he not on steroids, did he just get off steroids? And so she has that information because the specialists have emailed her their notes. It sometimes takes a little time before the specialists email the notes, but if I go there 3 months later, then I know that those notes are in there. So it works really well because my pediatrician kind of knows what's going on with my son, and many times he has frequent ear infections. So I've been going to her and just getting ear drops, and then after the 4th one that he had in 4 months, she said, you should go back to the ENT, because I'd not seen the ENT in 3 months. So she said, maybe you should go back to the ENT and check with him, because my last notes say that he has not been seen by an ENT in 3 months, and maybe his tubes need to be rechecked, or so we went to the ENT, and then we found out that he had a bacterial infection and his tubes need to be removed and all this other stuff need to happen. But I don't have to necessarily, keep track of whether he's seen the ENT 4 months ago and now it's time to go, because my pediatrician gets all that information. So it works really well. My suggestion would be that if you have a pediatrician and if you have specialists, is to ask specialists if they do electronic transfer of notes. And if they do that, then ask them to send it to your pediatrician. Another great thing about doing that is, anytime you're filling any paperwork, especially if you're doing the Katie Beckett, I don't have to go to 4 different specialists. I get one release form to my pediatrician, and she prints out all the notes that I need, and it's all in one folder. And my pediatrician scans everything, so everything is electronic. She can scan it and send it to me, or I have it with me. So.